It's almost comical how I'm smiling and giggling as I rip around all these tight corners and then look down and notice I'm doing like 35, 40 miles an hour.
You know the legend, 318 curves in 11 miles. But in the fall, the tail of the dragon is more than just a road, it's a tunnel of fire. We came to soak up this peak driving season, but to slay a dragon this aggressive, you don't need a powerful supercar. You need a weapon that fits. Go-kart precision and open-air immersion. You need the MINI John Cooper Works Convertible. Let's motor.
The MINI John Cooper Works Convertible comes with a turbocharged 2-liter engine, which has 228 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque. Now this MINI John Cooper Works Convertible features a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and accelerates it from 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds. But it feels quicker than that, being small, nimble, and that torque punch you get from the turbo. With the top down, it just feels like you're going so much quicker than you actually are. And that just makes it so much more fun. It is a little bit heavier than the standard 2-door, hence the little bit slower 0 to 60 time. But what's great about the convertible is the suspension's been tuned for it, so it's a little bit stiffer and doesn't sway as much. Not saying that the standard 2-door John Cooper Works does, but this thing is just stout. With this suspension, this car is just railing around these corners and is a blast to drive. I've been driving it all morning and it just handles everything I've been throwing at it, and it's just fun. The one thing I have noticed about the 7-speed transmission though, especially on these little bit slower, tighter corners, is I'm constantly bouncing between second and third gear. Thankfully, the engine is extremely torquey and can pull third gear, but it feels like it really needs, at least on this road, a gear right in between 2 and 3, like a 2.5 gear. But you put your foot down, give the turbos a moment to spool up, and you get punched. Just a lot of fun to drive and not get into too much trouble. As you can tell right there, it doesn't really bog down. It just takes that quick moment to spool up the turbo. And once it does, it really gets going. The transmission shifts really well. They're quick. They don't punch you in the face like M cars. It's just a snappy shift. Now this is a public road and not my car, and literally the second time I've ever been on it, so I'm not pushing it extremely hard. But with the Mini, you don't have to. Especially this convertible. Drop the top, let the engine note kind of sing through these beautiful trees, because wow, what a time to be here. It is early November, it's 70 degrees, and just gorgeous. I love the burbles this engine makes. And this car is just fun. It rails around these corners. Especially these huge switchbacks. Now I do have the head-up display in this car, but unfortunately I have not used it very much. It's a little small. It's showing me my speed, which is fine, but I'd prefer just to have a big tack there. I have no real indicator of when I'm getting to the top of the rev band besides, well, my ears. There's a tiny little tack in the head-up display. Once again, I'm sure that could probably be changed in the settings. But right now, I'm just in the standard drive mode. I haven't done any configuration of it. But you know, a lot of people don't really go in and finick with those. They kind of just get in and drive. And that's the great thing about the Mini is you can just get in and drive and have fun. I really like the steering wheel. Feels like they pulled it from the BMW M lineup. It's big, it's chunky. I know a lot of people say they've gotten a little too big, but I really like it. It fits like right in the palm of my hand. The steering wheel's really cool. It's got 3 spokes, but one of them's like this taut fabric piece, which is a unique look. Paddle shifters are nice. I wish there was a little bit more grip on the back of them. BMW M puts little like Lego bumps on there. Just a different tactile feel. A couple times I've reached up and didn't know I was actually touching it. I really enjoy the interior though. I'm a fan of cloth, and there's cloth all throughout this car. It's an interesting, like hard textured cloth, so it's unique. I like it. It carries the John Cooper Works checkered flag throughout. I've been sitting in this car all day and it's incredibly comfortable, but it still holds me very well in these corners. Now, the new circular display in these Minis is fantastic. I don't find myself looking at it that much, but it is super big and clear and doesn't reflect much. Like, there's not a lot of glare on this. It's absolutely amazing for a convertible, and I can so easily read this if I need to. I'm not much of an infotainment guy. I don't usually listen to radio, and why would you when you have a John Cooper Works that sounds like this? I did notice that it's got a lot of cool stuff going on here. You have a G-force meter, you have your temps and turbo boost on the side, RPMs, fuel gauge, which I'm quite low on fuel, no surprise. As I was sitting at the entrance of the tail of the Dragon, a couple came up and were looking over this new car because, you know, it's bright red, it stands out, asking a couple questions. And when I started it up, they're like, wow, look at that display, it's so clear. Like, they're 20 feet away and they could see and read it, and it caught their attention. I love how it's old school Mini and round like the old gauges used to be. I just wish the heads-up display was a little better. I don't find it that useful at quick glances, at least. On the freeway and commuting, no problem, it was nice. But on these fun roads, it's not ideal. One thing to note is I am a little over 6'2", and yes, I do fit in this car very well, but there are a few things that I've noticed that are a tad bit annoying. And a lot like with the Z4 Roadster, the top of the windscreen is just a little bit low, and I find the rear view mirror constantly in my field of vision. I'm having to duck down and look around the mirror on these tight right-hand corners. Yeah, see, look, come up and I'm dipping to view around that mirror. And yes, I checked, my seat is down all the way. But thankfully my head is not up in the wind. Now, like I said, I am a little bit taller, but like there is plenty of leg room in this car. I know people like to lean more towards the Countryman, which is a bigger version, but there is plenty of room in here. Not so much in the back seat, but that's okay. Now, in today's world where remote work is prevalent and people buying appliances basically to get to and from work, A to B vehicles that are just made to be comfortable to ride in and not to enjoy. And this is like a bright ray of sunshine because yeah, it can easily get you to and from work. It's actually great for that. It's small. You got easier to park in the city. And then you can get out on a weekend or just take the fun road home because the Mini John Cooper Works loves it all, especially these slow speeds where the smaller car and peppy engine just make this so much fun. Wow, what a great day. There's something unique about today. You always hear stories about great driving roads. You know, we probably have written a couple of them on our own website. Now, you may have some in your local area that people just know about. And it always feels like you have to go late at night or early in the morning before cars and coffee to enjoy them. And this is something different. I've never experienced such a great atmosphere in car culture, motorcycle culture, just joy of driving or riding today. This road is nowhere close to anything. We are 2 hours out of Asheville. And this one has been special because it is just fantastic. Not just because it's 11 miles and over 300 corners, but the road's perfect. Like absolutely perfect. I don't think there is a single crack or pothole in this road, the entire 11-mile stretch. It is amazing. It's so well marked. There are a million turnouts. So you get behind someone or someone gets behind you, you can easily move over and let them by. And the people do here. It's been great. Everyone is waving as you drive by. There's bystanders on the side of the road. And this is a Wednesday. Granted, that means on a weekend it could probably get a little bit too much. A little bit of a scene. Not my scene, but could be quite the automotive haven. And especially right now with these autumn colors, wow. What a fun experience in this John Cooper Works convertible, because I can see everything and feel it and hear it. I'm hearing the motorcycles, everyone just kind of driving by and through these hills, echoing, and I can hear it. Plus the pops and burbles of the John Cooper Works 2-liter turbo. Yes, just a joy to drive. Yes! And that's it. That's the end of the tail of the Dragon.